Day 81, part 2. I can see my breath. I can't really see it on the live. Well, anyway, I can see it. It's starting to get cold. Summer's over. After this live stream, we should be very close to 200,000 hits. Close enough that tomorrow could be the day that we get it. I mean, we're going to see. But we are at 197,000. Or 194,000. Boy, I was off a little bit. But anyway, yeah, we're really close. It was raining out today. Thanks for hitting that like button there, Black Dragon. Alright, so I got the, actually let's check it out. So everybody can see where we're at so far. Day 81, part 2. Yo, thanks for that like button. I'm gonna see who that was. Alright. Black Dragon, thank you again. Here we are, just so, I gotta flip this around, because it's backwards, obviously. Alright. Is that Tony? Tony! It is Tony! I see your picture. Alright. We're almost at 195,000. I am looking at the averages, and I am behind a year's time. So this is crunch time. Yo, what up? What's up, my bro? Oh man, the night's going alright. I was saying you can't really see it, but I can see my breath out here. So it's actually getting cold these days, I guess. So when I can see my breath, summer's over. Alright, how are you doing, Tony? I figured get a couple extra hits in here. At least for an hour, maybe a little bit longer than an hour. It'd be nice to get up to, like, we're so close to 200,000. And I'm just looking at the averages, and we're actually, like, behind. You know, on the average, it would take me, it's not too far behind, but now to finish for a year less, I have to get, like, 2,800 something a day. So we're kind of close. Why did... Oh, the light burn out. That's actually horrible. I can't believe it, everybody. If that burn out, we're screwed. I'll have to go under the porch here. What the heck? Let me try the low beam. Hang on. Wow. Okay. The whole thing burned out. Crazy. Let me make sure it's not a short circuit. Well, that sucks. We got 100 hits in, everybody. Got 100 hits and then the light burn out. Hey, oh, Lord Rice Farmer again. What's up? I think a Danish axe is good against... I think many axes are good against armor knights. And it's not specifically because... Yeah, the whole light burn out, everybody. Alright, we're going to have to... Jesus, we got 100 hits on the dummy and the light went out. Problems, man. Okay, here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to move it inside. We'll have to move it under this area here. We'll bring a dummy over here. So with axes, here's a cool thing about axes. Is axes deal damage like blunt force, right? So if you think about, yeah. Oh my. We all got setbacks. Yeah, I was just like, we got 100 hits today, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. No, I'm just kidding. We'll just relocate. So when you're hitting somebody with an axe, in armor, if you figure it like this, you're actually doing blunt force, right? So any axe, for the most part, is probably going to be good. A Dane axe, if you hit it on the right angle, on the correct angle with the shape of that, axe, I think it would be good. In fact, all right, let's drag all this over here. I'm just making sure this thing is out for sure. I can't see the filament. Yeah, it's definitely gone. It's gray on the inside. All right. So this gets unplugged. Well, that light is so old. I've had that light for, I bet you, like 15 years. It finally burned out. All right, we're relocating. All right. This thing's still hot, so we're gonna set the light over here. There we go. All right. I'm gonna have to move the dummy. Now it's gonna be dark, so just so everyone knows, we are gonna keep hitting the dummy. We're just bringing it over here, but it's gonna be. It'll be a little bit of a. It's not gonna be as light out as I thought. Yeah, this will probably be good. Let me just test. Make sure we're not gonna hit the ceiling in here. Good. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it would be nice. If you got rush delivery, it'll work. Man, oh man. Alright. Well, now this is a live stream about... Yo, what's up, Tin Man? The light burnt out. My outside spotlight. I don't know how I move this just to get in here, and everything has to get tied, and everything has to become a knot. Alright. So here's what we gotta do. Yo, Pamela. What up, Pamela? Alright. I need to go grab the dummy. This is the part where people tune out as soon as they tune in, they're gonna tune out because they don't see anything. Y'all know we're here. Alright. Let me go grab the dummy. The thing is that it's so filled now with water that it's harder to move. Now that it's filled up like it should be, it has the proper amount of water inside the base. Now that it's properly filled, it's so much harder to move because it's so heavy. There we go. All right, I think this is what we'll do. We'll have it right here. Cool, everybody. Now I have to go grab I do have an adult beverage. I think the first time on stream of one of those. It's a cup. It's a regular cup. Alright. Let me aim this where... Now that light went out. What the heck? Oh my god. Now this light burned out. Dude. Yeah, what is going on? No, it's not a motion light. It's a UV light. Oh my god. Alright, well, we might just go inside. Yeah, it's right up... You can't probably see above me? It's not a motion light. It's a tube light. Oh my god. What are the odds of that? Alright. Okay, man, we hit the dummy 100 times so far, and we're not getting anywhere. What are the odds of that? It might be a sign, right? Be honest. Okay. Yeah, I'm hitting the switch. Okay, see the light post over there? I'm hitting it. That should also be turning on this light above me. So we're turning it off. It was getting cold. Too bad I can't turn the flash on. Well, we're going to bring this thing inside. I'm getting... Can I just do it here in the kitchen? I don't want to bring it all the way in the house because it's muddy on the bottom. This is tile floor, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's up with that? That should be a highlight, Tony. Thanks about the scythe. And that saw thing was also in the basement here when we moved in. Ooh, geez, you're right. Let's at least get it inside. I was not planning on coming inside with the dummy, but I guess we are after all. Wow, alright. I was just going to sit around at the house and not do anything. Then I was looking at the average, I was like, man, I really got to pick it up. Alright, let's move this again. What a day, what a night. I don't, but I'm going to try and, so I have something here I'm going to try and put under it. It's not a horse mat, it's an old sofa cushion. Here, we'll put this like this. Let's turn this other light on here. Yow, too bright. All right. Yeah. I don't know. I hope it's gonna stay on it. It is bigger than the base, so we're gonna set this up. All right, here we go. My gauntlets are sitting here, so I'm moving them. They're sitting there because these stupid things rusted. I don't know how they got rusty, and they're in that's my pile of things that need to de-rust. Okay, so let's go. Let's bring this cushion in here, and we'll be set. I hope we can get the dummy on top of it. I knew I saved this for something. The question will be, am I going to be able to get the dummy on top of it? Yo, what's up there, Dawn? All right, let's grab it. Let's see. Hopefully we can get it in the door. Alright, a little bit of an angle here, and we'll get it up on top of that cushion. Actually, it might not even really be that muddy underneath. But still, I don't want to just put it on the carpet. I usually clean it off first. What a night. Okay, I'm going to have to, maybe we'll just lower it to get some better leverage on it. Alright, here we go. Get on the cushion. Oh, we're getting it. We're getting it. Now this light's flickering. It's not for me tapping the floor. Did you see that? That light? All my lights are going out. What is going on tonight? Alright, come on. All right. A little crooked, but I thank you for thinking about the grout, because that was a good idea. I wouldn't have actually probably thought about that. But as soon as you did, I was like, yeah, I'll put this underneath. Okay, hold on a second. Gotta try and move it back, if possible. I'm just looking to see if I can hit it without hitting anything else in the house. All right, we're gonna move it a little bit over here. There. All right. So we're all right, there's gonna be no kicking. Yo, heck yeah. All right, let's come get the stuff together, because you know what's gonna happen? It's just going to look ridiculous with the dummy standing here. It's better if I'm talking, even if you can't see what I'm doing. Alright. Well, now I have no light to find anything out here. Okay. Actually, wow, I can see myself better than I thought. Hi. Hey, Bob. Yes. It's a pretty nice night out. It's too bad that it's, we're not going to be spending any time in the nice outdoor weather, apparently. All right, I grabbed my drinks, the longsword, the whiteboard, and I'll leave that table there. Then we just need to make one more trip out here to grab the sword and buckler. All right, We're gonna make it. Thanks for sticking around during all this. We're gonna have a more tame workout because I'm in the kitchen. Like I was saying, I don't want to like you were saying, we don't want to really destroy the grout. I'm glad you mentioned it. We're gonna put the longsword away because there's a light above me. Let's turn that light on too. We'll get all the lights on. There we go. Nice. All right. I will set this up on the tripod. Ooh, we actually should plug this in so we got some it'll charge. Oh, what's up, Tyler? Hey, man, craziest thing. The outside light burnt out. Then we relocated everything. And then the porch light went out. They both burnt out. Tyler and I fought for Buckler the other day on Saturday, and he got second. I got third. We were the last fight, the last medal fight. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think they must have determined the first place because I don't think they had another fight after us. It must have been based on the record. There are a lot of people fighting Buckler. Hey, the lighting in here isn't too bad. Oh, so this is a very old house. These doors never stay shut. I fix them every once in a while. See, it'll just kind of open up. Oh, yeah, I love Buckler fights. If you notice, see that light flickering? What are the chances that if that light goes out too during this live broadcast, this is going to be the weirdest stuff ever. I'm looking for the charger. That's the thing that sucks. And then we're going to be hitting the dummy. Don't worry, everybody. We have 100 hits on it so far. But where did I put the charger? And now that it's dark out here, I can't find it. Here's the cord. All right, I found it. Never mind. All right, we're almost back in business. We'll be hitting the dummy in less than a minute. Now, how's everything tangled up again? Come on, man. Do you have to, like... Does it have to wrap around the cord? I untangled it, wrapped around it again. Not stuck on the door handle outside. Now we're inside. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. It's just us, apparently. But that's fine. Okay, we'll unplug that. There we go. 100 yeah, 9. What up, Cody? Hey, what's up again, Cody? I had to come inside, so it's not going to be as crazy in here. Because now I'm inside my house, and although I usually put the dummy inside where I can, like, go all out, it's so dirty on the bottom because it rained. So the problem is, we were all set to go. We're going to be hitting dummy here in 1 second. And what happened was, the outside light burned out. Let's just turn this one off because this one's about to burn out too. Okay. So I brought the dummy inside in the kitchen. I don't want to bring it all the way into the house because the problem with that is the whole bottom's dirty because it rained all day. All right, good. I'm glad. It actually went good. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm glad you asked. Maybe I kind of need that light. We'll go. If the light burns out, it'll just be super crazy. Super crazy live stream. All the lights burn out. So yeah, we're going out again. Monday. It'll be good, I think. You know, because remember I was saying like that. All right. I just don't know if I'm gonna have to see you. It might not turn into a long-term thing because, like I'm saying, remember she said now she thinks she's like Polly or something. So whatever. But it is what it is. We've hit the dummy 100 times so far. Let me put Featherfall. What's up? Let me put some glasses on, everybody. They're outside. They're outside in the dark. I should find them. Hang on 1 second. Yep. All right. We're good. I remembered where we put them. I'm back. We've hit the dummy 100 times so far. Yay, gray matter. See? All right. Moss, what's up? Went outside. Set everything up. The light burn out. Okay, so we bring it up under the porch. Then that light burn out. Tony was here when it happened. This is crazy. Yep, literally burning midnight oil. Okay, so now we're set. I'm in the kitchen, so it's not gonna be. I can't punch or kick this thing because it's on a. See how easy it's just going. So we're gonna tone it down a little bit, but we're still hitting it, and I have to watch out. Like there's baskets. Ooh, this thing's gonna be bad. Well, whatever. Can I move this? So if you see what I'm dealing with up here, thank you, I appreciate it. For now, there's no reason to sweat about it. Yeah, I actually use my kitchen wall as a green screen sometimes. Featherfall, thank you for that. I can't go super crazy though in the kitchen, unfortunately. The bottom of this thing is a giant mud pit. The dummy. All right, thank you, Feather. Thank you for that. I have to try and get this off here because I don't want to wreck it. Man, I see that the 30 roses. This is my fake mace, everybody. Sometimes I use this to hit stuff. Featherfall, thank you. And this light up here seems like it's gonna burn out too. We had the craziest thing happen, Feather, where everything was all set up and then the lights burn out. And then, on top of that, Feather, where everything was all set up, and then the lights burn out. And then, on top of that, it's going to burn out. It's like flickering. Hang on. Nice. What is this even connected to anymore? There we go. Alright. Yo! Feather! This is my year-round decorations. Bad lag. Why? Ooh. Here, let me try and turn on wireless. Alright, it's gonna get blurry for a second. I'm sorry. I don't know why the wire... Here, let me try and turn on wireless. Alright, it's gonna get blurry for a second. I'm sorry. I don't know why the wire... I unplugged the router. Yo! What is that noise? Let me see if I can fix this. Hang on. Horrible start to a live stream. I appreciate my coming. So the plug that was connected to that chair that I just used to move that thing was the router, and I just unplugged the router. All right, hopefully it's Feather. We're back, OG Toast. It's got sound effects now. Has it always had sound? Oh my god! Oh, yo. Effects now. Has it always had sound? Oh my god! Oh. Yo. That. Moss, thank you. So I'm waiting for the router to turn on. I'm sorry, I unplugged it. To get this chair to pick this like vegetable thing off of the ceiling so I don't break it with the sword. I unplugged the router by accident. I'm waiting to hear if it turns on. I hope the lag isn't too bad. Thank you, Tony, for giving me the update that the lag was even bad. I wouldn't have realized I unplugged the router. Like I was saying, I can't go too crazy in here on the dummy in the kitchen. But I think we're good to start swinging the sword a little bit. We got some flickering lights. Man. Moss and Feather. Those, you know what? That TikTok money is going to a new light. So that it's actually the first purchase for the live stream. I do, Tony, definitely. OG, and what's up, OG? Stream. I do, Tony, definitely. OG, and what's up, OG? Oh my God. Featherfall. Crazy. I swear, yeah. Featherfall. Crazy. I swear, yeah. Now the first purchase is not going to the dummy. It's going to... it stopped flickering. Look how much you brightened the kitchen. It's going to buying a new light. The light burn out, then the other light burn out. Now we're inside. This is the last time you'll see me with hair. I'm getting a haircut as soon as I'm done live streaming. Much appreciated. I have... the router's back. Hopefully no more lag. Alright, sorry about that. Horrible start to a live stream. No, I don't appreciate it. I can't tell you. It's... Oh my god. Does it always make these noises? Alright, everybody. Y'all helped out the live stream. Bro. Whoa. I've never seen this like in my life. Moss. Clutch. Everybody out there, like, I don't even know what to say. That's crazy, yo. It's insane. I thank you. Bob thanks you. The lighting system will thank you as I go buy a new light tomorrow. The new filament. Yeah. No, oh, cheers. Yeah, I don't... TikTok's always like, encourage your viewers to like... I never encourage the... I just appreciate it. I don't encourage the gifting. Like TikTok tries to turn everyone like into like a panderer. Cheers. All right. TikTok tries to turn everyone like into like a panderer. Cheers. All right. Total disaster to a stream. I feel so much better. The worst stream ever so far for how events happened. If you just tuned in, we got 100 hits on the... Quick recap. 100 hits on the dummy. I'm like, oh, let's write it down. It was just me and Tony. I'm like, we got 100 hits. The light burns out. I'm like, oh, that's bad. So we're in the complete dark. So I come under the porch where the neon, the xenon light or whatever the heck, the whatever light for the porch. Get everything set up. I'm about to hit the dummy. That burns out. Never seen something like that. Oh, geez. An AC. You're talking about air conditioning? AC? All right, here we go. So it's kind of like it's not a super crazy broadcast because I'm in the kitchen. There's baskets above me. I can't use the long sword now. See, I can bring this a little closer. All right. You can see my anime calendar there. The green screen kitchen. I can move around a little bit though. That's about 80. I'm still offering thank yous for the gifts tonight. That was just incredibly, insanely crazy. Shorter. I need to get a shorter sword. We have one. Wait. We could. It is just hits on dummy. Come with me, everybody. We're gonna go get it's TikTok. It's a fake dagger. TikTok. Don't worry. Yeah, because my live streams, my upload today got restricted. I'm so over this restriction stuff. All right. If I can grab it here. All right. So this is not exactly a sword. Tony, you're a genius. 2 times. One for remembering that I shouldn't hit the dummy on the grout. And now... Aha! Yeah. These count as... And now... Aha! Yeah. These count as hit me. Oh my, yeah, you know, I would have to have a would I have to have a big shield or no shield? I know this. I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the how to say it. Yeah, here we go. All right, I can even do this. This is gonna be great. Why is it so dark in here? Because that light's burning out. The third light, it's now like half as bright. Can y'all see me okay? So I'm trying to use a filter to try a little bit brighter. Is that a little better? All right. You can use a round shirt. All right. I wasn't sure how that would work. Yeah. I can hear the wind. Can you hear it? Listen. You can't see well? Can't see well. Better. Oh God, look at the lighting. Much better. All right, we're moving it again. Yeah, here we are. The tight comment. We're at 150. I got a mark on there. Hang on. We'll get this worked out. I'm just moving that away from the wall because the problem will be that I'm gonna hit the wall. Now we're out of cord on the charger. What the heck? Worst broadcast luck ever. Not anyone here. I'm talking about with the luck I'm having. The cord's wrapped around the tripod now. I never wrapped it around a tripod. All right, everybody. How's this? Yes. Picture should look better. Oh, I thought you were saying can't see. I read it wrong. I read can see, but it looked dark. This is a little better. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Featherfall, I have been hydrating. I did already on stream. Okay. Here we go. This makes... Oh! That's 200. 200 total. Featherfall. Appreciate it. Again, I need to put the gloves on because I'm gonna get... This is actually pretty comfortable. So it's, as you can see, it's fake. Fake as in it's not sharp. But this is my... This is what I got for in case I ever get into something like harness fecting, and it's a blunt dagger that we can use to do stuff like this. If this isn't gonna get me a restriction tonight, I don't know what will. Because it looks pretty real from the side. 200. Let's write this down before we forget. Oh, I bet this has to be from either Cult of Athena or Medieval Collectibles. I've had it for so long that I don't remember, but it has to be one of those two. I don't think it was too expensive either, but as you can see, yeah, it's perfect for that, and it's blunt, a blunt tip. Oh no, huh? The weight on it, it's definitely over a pound. Let's see, compared to that, I bet you this is almost 2 pounds by the feel of it. it's. I need to make sure I don't get it rusty for doing this. All right, here, let me get these gloves on. And generally, like if I go to Ren Fair or something, instead of carrying around a big sword, I mean, just having something on your belt is better than nothing. So a lot of times I'll use that because then at least I have something that looks like I have something. I hate walking around in armor with like no sword or anything. So at least if I have like a dagger, and sometimes I'll hang my buckler on my belt, it looks like, you know, I have stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's better. A sword like bangs into people. You turn around, you're banging your scabbard off people's legs. Yeah. Hey, OG. Yeah. Good call about that. And you know how when it makes a little whistle sound when it splits the wind? I don't know if you can hear it. Listen. I can hear it better. You might not hear it. Okay. Here we go. This is what we've devolved to. Fighting in the kitchen with a dagger. The problem is that the handle is completely round, so it sometimes flips, and I don't want to hit it flat. Can you hear the whistling? Caballero, what up? I'm you know what? I'm probably gonna make so tonight's highlight video will be out tomorrow. I'm gonna make a better extra special thank you video for everybody that's tuned in tonight, because this is quite something. Yeah, you're right. But well, so Tony was saying about, because we're cramped here in the kitchen, about having like, you know, having a shorter sword. So I'm using this as a sword still, although I still do some pokey now and then. So I'm not sure, because yeah, and that's like what OG's saying. It's more for like pokey. But I don't know, because if you see where it kind of narrows down. It could help, but I don't know. But the thing is, I'm probably not going to use this to swing on a dummy like this again. I should keep it in my belt so once in a while I can just pull it out. I'm not a fan of using them this this direction. Although I know a lot of people probably like this, I don't. Because you do this, if you miss, okay, well, what am I going to do now? This? Like, you don't have any leverage here. If you do this, you get one chance. Maybe two if you're going for here. But, or here. But if you miss, or something happens and your arm's on here, you're done. At least with this, you can kind of like curl around and still do stuff. Not the other way. Do y'all agree? You're talking about left hand this way while you're fighting with a sword? Ah. Nope. Like this. Now I have things to research. Like, am I doing it right? I've never used it for anything other than, yeah, perhaps, Tony. I've used it a few times in duels when we have the play around duels at the end, and I'm only using it to, you're wrestling around, and I pulled out. I'm going like armpit, groin. Yeah, it could be. I'm not sure. What's up, Daedric? If you're there, Daedric. All right. Things have improved, everybody. What up? How's it going? We're stuck inside. So grateful for my friends on here who literally donate enough. I bet that I can buy a new light without having to spend my money on it. You know what I mean? We're using this inside the kitchen because we're in cramped quarters. Thanks for that like button. We are making headway. Oh, Cody. Okay, cool. You're still here. So I will continue about the dating story. Sorry, I didn't realize it. I wish this thing would let us know better who's here. Let's give a shout out. So Featherfall, Tony, Lord Salmon. Don't feel like you gotta stop what you're doing, Salmon. If you can hear, I'm just saying thanks to people who are tuned in. OG Toast, Daedric, and Bill Salzbrun. What up, everybody? All right. So how the date went? Well, on here, it's like always a topic on here, isn't it? So things went pretty good. I didn't finish the story. So she seems okay with the armored fighting stuff. She wants to come to see one sometime, so that's good. The other thing is she's never been to a Ren fair. I was like, oh. So now she wants to go. And the thing is that to go to one, you kind of need a costume. She was going to go in like a flannel and jeans. I was like, no. I was like, I'm going to be wearing my armor. I was like, you can. I was like, you don't have to dress up. I'm not going to force you to dress up. But I was like, let me show you some pictures of things. So we go through some pictures. She sees the typical like Ren fair generic costume, right? Yeah. So I was like, you don't have to dress up. I was like, but honestly, if you wear anything, like it'd probably just be a better experience for you because you don't want to get there and be wearing a flannel and be like the 5% of people that didn't dress up. Right. Yeah. Slowly. So she's like, well, she's like, I have a witch outfit and I have a nun costume. She said the nun costume first because I was like, I don't know. I was like, it's better than nothing. Maybe you can just be a nun. Whatever. And then, so now we're going to combine them, the witch dress and the nun outfit. So it'll be like a nun witch. Yeah, I hate going to a themed, it might just be me. But even like a themed, I would hate to go to a themed party and not have anything on. Be like one of the only people. It's a Ren fair. There's a lot of people that just go in regular clothes. But come on, if I'm going to be wearing my armor and you're wearing a flannel, it's going to look really weird. So yeah, I talked her, pretty easily talked her into wearing something. Tony, the dummy is holding up on the cushion. It's starting to lean a little bit though. Oh my God, I know, right? That's one thing I love about Pensick is like you're living. It's like the Ren Fair. Right. It's like the Ren Fair, but you don't leave. Pensick is like Ren Fair 24/7, but you are the Ren Fair. Yeah. Best thing. But Actually, my second pen stick was more fun than my first because the first I spent a lot of time not knowing what to do. My second one was better because I did so much more. And I don't know, it was just a better time second time, just because of that. If you ever do go to one, probably the thing everybody probably talks about is the turkey legs, which are good. The turkey legs are good. We'll kind of do this thing, like OG was saying. We'll switch between the dagger and the buckler. I have these, but that would actually wreck the dummy. Use 2 mouse hawks. All right. We're actually gonna be racking up numbers today because I'm like these are just compact movements. I'm not even gonna bust a sweat probably. This is actually good for me practicing aiming at like eye slots. I was going to do cardio tonight, but I didn't. I still might go do it. Yes. Oh, Omaha, yeah. I bet Omaha is a great area for one, too. Yeah, but and now that we're doing this left hand overhand, I'm actually not missing too much. I'm actually not missing the target area too much. This will actually help for next year at Dragon Con. Because we do fight with daggers. I never thought about putting it left hand. Rent fairs are cool. The thing, they're if you go to one, you don't have to dress up. If you don't have anything to dress up in, don't feel you gotta buy something just to go. I think it would actually be worse to just buy no, wait, if you buy anything, I was talking about this before. The shirt on this dummy is $19. It's a little messed up looking because I've been hitting it. But I bought it on Amazon for 19 bucks. They're usually like 22 or 25. I bought it when it was on sale. It's actually a very good. You can even wear this with jeans. This is a very good shirt. I don't know the name of it. I totally forget. But if you look, it has this gold trim here. And you generally, you want to wear a belt that you tie around here with it. Yeah, no joke. Actually, I would recommend it. I totally forgot about that. For 20 bucks, that's the best Ren Fair shirt I've ever seen. The best medieval themed dress shirt. You know what I mean? I'm just moving this a little closer. There we go. The charger cord. I always yell at my daughter, I'm like, don't put it so the cords are so tight because you're gonna mess up the wire and it's not gonna work. Yeah, kilts are definitely about kilts. I don't remember if I wrote that set down or not. Anyway. I started blasting. You're right. For every day. Okay, alright, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate the confirmation there. That was right on. And I'm thinking I need to hold it with the blade this way. If that's where we're aiming. Is this what you were talking about though? Hitting it or holding it this way? Left hand for me is kind of weird, but I appreciate the suggestion. Oh, yeah, yay. Hey, Daedric. You too. Talking about... Oh. I will look at I tell you what, I will look up some proper dagger stances. Let's write these down before I do officially forget. Before we all forget. We're just doing sets of 100, keeping it nice and easy. We had 5,930 hits earlier on the Pell today. I had absolutely nothing to do this morning. Well, after I went and I had to get some things up in town. After that, I was like, we're gonna hit the dummy. All right. Time is it? Oh, it's actually now day 82, but we won't count that yet. Day 82, as in, it's after midnight. It's after midnight here. Boo! What's up, Boo the Hurt? Horrible start to the broadcast. I was outside, everything set up. We hit the dummy 100 times. The light burned out. I was like, we'll go on the porch. We'll go on the porch, set everything up. The light burns out. Come inside. That light is now burning out. What is up with the lights in my house? They're all the light that I was using for outside though has got to be like a 15-year-old bulb. I'm surprised it even lasted that long. I've never changed it. And now, since we're in the kitchen, we're using a very short sword. Oh. Wow. Boo. Panther paws. I've seen it. I've never seen the animation. Thank you for that. Oh, yo, and for that. All right, much appreciated. I can't go too crazy though in the house, in the kitchen where we're at. That's why we're using a short sword so I don't break anything. Try not to. I even took some decorations down up here so we don't totally wreck them. That panther paw animation was crazy. Very fitting for this is our claw today. Glasses are coming off. Boo the Hurt. Hit level 10. Let's put this stick. I haven't put a sticker up here for so long. See if it'll add it. It does. The slash. Tony, thanks for coming by. Thanks for being here and sticking through the worst live streams beginning ever. Slicing like a dagger with this is actually pretty effective. Tony, I will see you soon, I'm sure. Hope you have a good rest of the night. That's what happens, I guess, so streaming here in the middle of the night. CQB. Aha. Oh, right, I see what you're saying with the paw. And being sneaky. Yo, man, thank you for... Roar! I didn't see that part. Roar! Thanks for that. I took a screenshot about that. CQB is what I gotta look up, apparently. Thanks for like, salmon, having another... Oh! Should I? I should. I will soon. This cup is very deceiving. So I poured one bottle in here, and it only goes up to here. Which made me realize that I can probably fit 4 bottles in here. Which also makes me realize that I was drinking a lot more than I thought when I used to fill this up at camp. I'd be like, oh, I had two ciders. No, I actually had 4. Or maybe 5. Alright, here we go. The slashing technique, actually, this is not bad. And it is a million hits. It doesn't matter if it's a sword, dagger, because I'm already counting punches and kicks, do you know what I mean? All right. Oh, chat. Jeez, I'm not at the bottom of the chat. Hang on. Sorry, everybody. I thought I was at the bottom. CQB. Oh, can you hear it in the voice? Oh, man. What's up, Jen? It is now day 82, technically. So after I got off the live, took my daughter to a horse riding lesson. I may upload some clips of it, as in, like, what did we do today? A highlight video. When I dropped her off at her mom's, it was like 8 o'clock. Came home, edited my highlight video from earlier today to upload tomorrow. I was like, I could just sit here and do nothing, or I was like, I could hit the dummy a little bit more, get another couple thousand hits, because I'm technically behind on schedule. So I go outside. Tony, who just left, was the first one here. Actually, like, right when I started, he jumped on. So we're hanging out. I hit the dummy 100 times outside. The light burns out. I'm like, oh, okay. I drag the dummy over on the porch. The light on the porch burns out. Like, right when I'm about to hit the dummy. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're going inside. It's totally muddy on the bottom. So I have it sitting on an old couch cushion, because Tony's also saying to watch the grout, because you don't want to hit this thing. Thanks for hitting that like button. He's saying you got to watch, you don't want to be smashing this thing and it mess up your floor. Very good idea. Put it on the cushion. I was swinging the sword around. I'm in a little cramped area. And he's like, if only you had a shorter sword. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I do. So we're using a buckler and my HEMA roundel for the hits right now. We're at 800. If we can get like 2,000 in for tonight, that'd be great. If we get more than that, that'd be great. I don't know how long we're going to stream, but we're going until at least 1 o'clock, so another 45 minutes. I was originally thinking 2. Because I have to wake up tomorrow to live stream at 9. I told everybody I was going to. I'm so trying to wake up for 9 a.m. live stream with armor. And then I have to work tomorrow night. Yo! Oh, and the Golden Wolf is... If the Golden Wolf is here, what's up? It's quite an eventful start to a live stream. Everything went bad. We're stuck inside using a dagger. Oh, yes. What's the interview? Did I miss something? Engineer. Oh, whoa. Heck yeah. Best of luck on your interview, for 1. That's awesome, for 2. Alright. We're getting there, everybody. Let's try it. Let's do a little left-handed while we're at it. So basically, tomorrow, we'll look at the calendar. Working tomorrow. I'm off Saturday. I'm off Sunday. I might take my daughter to her youth group at the church on Sunday. If I don't have anything going on. Otherwise, I don't know. We're gonna have to dummy at some point, which would probably be Saturday morning and Sunday evening. Friday, tomorrow, since I'm working, I'm going to wake up. Yeah, I was already saying that. 9 a.m. All right. Let's see how this looks left-handed. I see that chat. Hold on. Avery, what up? Yeah, this has been a long day for hitting the Pell. But the only other thing I'd be doing at this time of night would be playing some Warframe on PlayStation, and I'm so end game in that, like I have nothing to do, like in the game. We're getting there. We're working on it. We're streaming till 1 or 2 at the latest. I would just be playing some PlayStation otherwise. I figured I'd rather do this. The thing with Warframe is the only game I play. Oh, Misty, yo, we're back. Yeah, I was saying I might be on tonight. All right, since y'all just got here, this is what happened. Let me get another 40 slices on here, and I'll tell you how it went down. The worst start to getting a live stream going. I'll tell you why I'm using this. Okay, that's 100. All right, so what happened was, all right, go outside. Freaking everything's set up. I think a lot of people know I have like this kind of like floodlight thing, portable spotlight I plug in outside, so I have some light shining on me, whatever we can see we're doing. Thanks for smashing that like button. I get 100 hits on a dummy. I write it down on the board. Tony, who's here earlier, yo, TikTok. Oh, hey, what's up, daughter? How's it going? So I write on the board. Okay, 100 hits. Light burns out. Huh. Okay. The high beam on it doesn't work. What Talon? What's up? Let me start over. Since Talon, if you're here. Worst start to live stream. Get 100 hits on dummy. Okay? Right on the board. The spotlight burns out. I'm like, oh great. Yo, Talon. Drag the dummy up to the porch. I'm like, alright, I tested out. I'm like, cool. I was like, I can overhead swing out here. We're good. Set everything up. Go to hit the dummy on the porch. As soon as I'm about to hit it, the porch light burns out. Drag the dummy inside. Ah, man. I hope you have a good day Saturday. Despite that not sounding like a fun time. So I'm like, all right, we'll drag the dummy inside. Bring it inside. I'm sitting here. It's muddy on the bottom. I don't have time. I don't want to wash up the bottom of the dummy. So Tony was like, man, he's like, ah, man, wish we had a shorter sword. And I was like, I do. So we're using this as a sword, although it is like a dagger, but at times we're using it as a dagger. So yeah, and then on top of it, the light that I have inside, or this dummy was originally over there. It's one of those LED lights that are supposed to last forever, and it's permanent. It's about illuminated half as bright as it should be. So now I move the camera again, so we have a better view. Or not better view, better lighting. Oh, and on top of it, I would love to. That's why I was saying that earlier. If I could, I would. I just don't think it would be. I don't think I could. For one, it's just like, I don't know. Like I thought they were longer. Fun time. What up? When we moved into this house, we found that that scythe was in the basement, and so is that 2-person saw. So we're in a compact area. We're using the dagger, kind of like a sword, but I'm also using it to like slash and cut, because why not? So I can't be too crazy. I'm stuck in the kitchen, on top of all things. The thing is, though, now that we're over here and not the original spot, I probably could use the regular sword. That's definitely one long car ride. Thanks for that like button. There's actually a really good video. There's actually a really good video about defending it. Punch it. All right. That probably hurt more than with the how about with the shield boss? That probably hurt a lot more than punching it with my hand. What's up, Lotta K? What's up, Andrew? Ooh. Hey, what's up, Nate? We're stuck inside using a dagger. I don't think I have to specifically use a dagger. Let's see if the sword works. I was saying I was stuck kind of like in a little more tighter spot earlier. So I think I could probably use the sword here, actually. I got the room for it. Swords, daggers, whatever. It's all good tonight. We're at 1300. We're going till. We'll probably go up till 2 at the latest. This is the time of night, which I didn't mind doing it, but one of my older subscribers used to come by and like request music. But the thing is, then when I go to upload the music stuff on YouTube, it's always a copyright issue. Weapons of mass bunk. Yo, you are right. Misty. Everybody here, you want to see someone good with a sword and shield? Misty, here in the chat. I'm trying to like highlight it so you can read there. There you go. Yeah, huge reason I like TikTok more than YouTube. I uploaded the live stream from TikTok. No issues. Heck yeah. The live stream from TikTok, no issues. They played music the whole time. Yeah. I love that saw. No issues with TikTok. They don't care about music. I take the whole live stream footage and upload it to YouTube. I always point at him like this when I'm talking. I take the whole live stream footage and I upload it to YouTube, and it's copyright. Like, oh, you can't watch it in like all these other countries, which probably doesn't matter because they're countries you look at like who cares, you know, about people aren't gonna be watching Boo Hurt in those countries. But still, it's a copyright issue. I hate that. I hate that. Like, you can't go to an event. Like, I'm at an event. I'm out somewhere, and the song comes on. Now all of a sudden, the whole thing is a copyright issue. That's why I could never upload my dance footage on YouTube, because half the songs I'd used were not just regular copyright issues, but copyright strikes. I got strikes because they had songs that we danced to, and then I can't upload them. But you can't change the music because it doesn't go with your dancing, and it looks stupid because you can't hear the crowd and stuff. It's just like, it is so stupid. I hated that about YouTube. T-Rex, what up? So that's another reason on TikTok or on YouTube I never really even uploaded my dance footage. Too bad I didn't have TikTok back then. I would have been known for ballroom dancing too, not just hitting a dummy. Can't use the longsword in this room now. I'm at the point where if I don't live stream, let me tell you something else. If I don't live stream, I actually feel really weird. We're on day 80 of this. And if I'm not like live streaming or spending a couple hours on here, like I feel like something's missing or something's wrong with my day. That's the point I'm at. Another reason why we're on tonight. Man, that 3 a.m. till 8 p.m. is a long time for a ride, that's for sure. pretty sure that's over 100. I kind of lost track. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Most times I don't. Oh, there's my other saber handle. I made these weights to put in my saber handle. It matches the grip. I did make something out of metal. It adds some weight to it if I want to be extra. It kind of moves the center of balance a little bit more towards the grip. I'm kind of happy where it is now. I can't get the cap off of here. Yo! Kilted. I don't really have to though for Boo Hurt. Boo Hurt, there's almost no there's almost not a need for it. So for example, I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. So what I'm training for is a bonking sport with swords, where Boo Hurt, sorry. I didn't see that. Boo. And thanks for the like. Thanks for coming by. So the thing with Boo Hurt stuff though is that because this is basically all you're doing, and my whole theory for me is as long as I'm hitting them more than they're hitting me, I'm winning. Usually if I'm out there like so I got out of like 20 people, like 3rd place in Buckler Saturday, and I was actively blocking and things like that. Hitting the dummy, because the dummy isn't active and swinging at me, I don't really have a way to do it. The other thing I should say. Oh, what's up, Z? So the thing is, like, I definitely see what you're saying about that too, but at the same time, we're just hitting the dummy a bunch of times. When I actually do get some practice in, I do actually practice actively blocking, holding it out, trying to do. I'm not just going like this all the time. But if it's not throwing at me, I really don't have a way to do it. Do you know what I mean? Oh yeah, let's bring out the little dagger for another set. Then we'll write them down. Slashy time. Late night, Scooby. Oh my God, what's up, Scooby? It was a crazy start to a broadcast, so thanks for smashing that like button. I got everything set up outside. I've told this story before, but hey, what up? Yeah, I streamed earlier. Then I just dropped my daughter off a little bit ago. Came home, and well, here we are. Here we are again. Went outside. Hit the dummy. I had the spotlight set up. Yo, Scooby, thank you for that. Thanks for the heart, me brother. It was such a bad start to a live stream. So I get everything set up. I hit the dummy 100 times. I'm sitting there, me and Tony, who comes by a lot of times, right? It is. I think this is probably like medium size for what people use lately. You've been busy, or me, or both. Get everything set up outside. I get 100 hits on a dummy, and the spotlight burns out. Drag the dummy over to the porch. Turn the porch lights on. The porch lights burn out. Oh yeah, us both. Yeah. Porch lights burn out. Bring it inside. I'm stuck in the kitchen. Tony was saying, like, man, I wish we had a shorter sword. And I was like, I do. I was like, so I'm using my dagger as a sword, kind of. Heck yeah. Well, I hope you're doing good. Like, living life pain-free, stress-free. Man, got, you know, so the usual stress stuff going on. Frickin', I went to Dragon Con and come back, you know, like, my daughter's school payment just processed. That's like $1,000. Her lunch account was in a negative balance because I didn't realize it. So I just threw another $50 in that. Her mom sent me the bill for the month. That's another $500. There goes the whole week, right? When it comes to money. Nice. Oh yeah, man. I seriously, I took a moment of silence. I wishing you the best with that. Heck yeah. Did you meet her through here or like real life? At most, well, like most people, I think meet online these days or whatever. But that's awesome. Let me get a set with this while we're talking. So I'm using the dagger today. Kind of as a sword. Nice. No way. Yeah, dude, you have a great stream, and I'm not joking about that. Like, because I know we talked about that you didn't always feel comfortable, like on camera. So for just like a stream, like not on camera, like it's totally great. I'm working tomorrow night. I don't know if it'll be on. I'm streaming tomorrow at 9 in the morning to get some hits in, probably with some armor on. Take a nap, go to work. If you're online, 7 p.m. New York City time, I ought to be able to catch it. Yeah, I gotcha. And nice about upgrading. How's the purple site been? I figured at least I'm here till the 13th or whenever the next TikTok ban could happen. The app ban. We'll see how it goes. Nice. All right, I see. I'm in that same situation. I just spent so much money this week on stuff. Like, I'm supposed to be going out again Monday night. You want to see something? Not nice. Your first page. That is awesome to hear. I'm not ashamed, y'all. Check this out, because I'm not kidding. I spent so much money came out of my bank account this week. So check this out. I took all this change and I'm gonna go deposit it because I'm going on a date Monday and I need to. So I'm turning some cash in, some coins in, so I can go out and have a date. That's my situation. Sure, I have armor and stuff, whatever. That's expensive as crap, but. And I was talking earlier how we used to make a ton of money on overtime. Yeah. Oh, my device is overheating. Now of all things, the device is overheating. I'm sorry. I hope it's not lagging. But yeah, that's how it is sometimes. I've been saving up change for so long. It's good to turn some in, I guess. Yeah. That's how it is. It's how it be. Where'd I set the dagger? There it is. I got $100 in pennies and dimes. Just sitting there waiting. As soon as the bank, I have to be at the bank at 9 a.m. to change it all in. Then I'll go live. And then I hope that's awesome. I mean, I hope that's awesome. You're getting the computer stuff. I don't get paid till the 12th, so I'm just kind of. If I have one day this week to go on a date, I'm paying for it with change. The shake. There's some movie with Dave Chappelle where Dave Chappelle was going on a date and he had like no money, and you could see like it had I forget what it was, but it had a little change counter, how much money he had up top and how much money he was spending. That's totally gonna be me on Monday. No, actually it's pretty cool. I bet you we hang out at her house. Don't spend any money. That'd be the best option. Half baked. Yes. Yeah. You see it because he takes the money and then it adds the money to it. That was so funny. And when I seen that, I was half baked. I tell you what, when I retire, I'm going back to that. Like, no joke. Yeah, why not? That is one of the funniest scenes of a movie. I haven't seen any movies from. Maybe when I retire, I'll get back into watching stuff. I'll have like decades of movies to catch up on. It went up. He takes it out of the change cup. That was one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen. Yo, OG Toast, you still there? Daughter's asking if you're there, or at least giving you a shout out. We're on 1,600 hits. We're going till 2 o'clock at the latest. Stuck in the kitchen. Let me see. We're at 196,000. Yeah. Oh, of course. I'll have so much stuff to catch up on. Oh yeah, I remember that too. That was a funny movie. Oh man, what's up there, Peaches? Oh man, I should just watch some of those movies again. One of the best nights was on here when Salmon was had a restricted live. So it's like, well, who cares now? You know, so we were watching movies and we were watching Dumb and Dumber, a couple of us at night. That was like one of the best streams. Keep an eye. Yeah. Keep an eye on Messenger. I'm just saying it out loud in case you gotta hear it. Yeah. What? Yeah, you were going through that before me. You didn't quit. I quit. I was like, screw it. I took a screenshot today. The upload I uploaded today. As soon as I upload it, restricted. It's people fighting with wood. Oh, this app, I tell you what. Yo, oh man, that was quite a night. That was quite a night. I was lucky. There's nothing going. The last 2 nights at work, man, we had this guy at work totally out of his mind. He knows. You asked him what year it was. He said it was 2040. People always say like something in the past. This dude's in the future. You know, they're like, because you ask people what year it is to see if they're oriented, right? There's a. Oh no. Okay. Are you set? Did you pick it to? Did you set it that way? Huh. Weird. I don't know. I'll have to maybe look into that. Is it better? Do you not get problems then? Huh. Weird. Okay. I'm reading the conversation there. So if you're set to that, it's not restricted because you're already like, if I get restricted, I'm just getting put into that group, right? The adult category, because people are hitting each other with wood swords. Do you? Huh. So I'm clueless to that. Maybe that's something. Although I'll see. If I keep having problems. The problem today though was I uploaded that video of the guys like crashing into each other, and that was just immediately restricted. Huh. Okay. I'm learning stuff tonight. All right. Thanks for that like button. So Salmon, while you're there, and if you can hear me, so my plan is that thing that I know. I appreciate you sending me about your gaming network. So because this app could just go away this month, the 13th, from what I read, is how long we got to see if it's going to be banned or not. I'm going to wait till if we're still here, because I figure what's the point in going through all that trouble if this app gets banned? Like we were saying, we probably don't think it will. You can just say you're 18. That's funny. Oh, yeah, right. So you're Scooby, I know what you're saying. You're for sure correct. Another one down. Actually, it's the first one of the night. Kids are crafty, yeah. Are you 18? Yeah, sure. What is that? Oh, what's up, Dawn Striker? Yeah, so we'll wait till after, if the 13th comes by, because I think that's the next time that this app is up for its audition to see if it's still going to be around. I'll look into the... Ooh, okay, we're going to get another one. Yeah, we'll go right with it. One for you snooping kids. So in about a week. And if we're still around on TikTok, then I'll look into that network, your creator network. Let's try and hit it kind of hard. Stabbing, I don't want to totally kill it. It would be different coming down. Like, I'll put it right through it. But striking, let's see. So with this is a lighter sword. I don't even know how much it is with the sword, but... Okay, now let's try with the dagger. Let's see if it's any heavier. They are about the same weight, just so you know. If I was gonna strike with it. I think it feels a little bit lighter, but I can still put some force behind it. We should. That would be a great video. It does. I just feel though like I don't get the momentum behind it. The thing is, like, maybe because it's shorter, it's got the weight, but the weight's more in the handle compared to that plastic sword. It'd be a good test to see. Yeah, those PSI pads would be awesome. Let's go together. Let's finish this set, and then I'm gonna get a refill on our bread water. That's what we were calling it. That was the code word before. Right. Physics. Oh, I don't know if anybody ever heard of something called King of the Streets. We might have been talking about it on here. September 1st, this dude named Blood Axe, who's a fighter from the USA, had his rematch. I shouldn't say the word against this guy. I think he had his rematch against this guy who likes World War II Germans and has tattoos of the stuff they used to like to wear. And, they get people from all over Europe that fight on there, so you get these people with those dumb tattoos on. But, so, I've been looking forward to this rematch for years. I'm not paying for it, but it's on King of the Streets. It's my favorite fighting thing outside of armor. Wait, $70 for a pad? Salmon, I don't know if you're here. Let me show you something if you got a second. Let me take a screenshot of that. Check this out, and then we'll get a refill. Because I was saying I'm going on a date on Monday, and I just paid so much freaking money that came out of my account. So, so here I have to hold it like this because I have it on reverse and I can't like aim it the right way. So I have $100 in change. My next date I'm paying for it with change. I spent so much money. I hate weeks like this. Here's a bottle of something. Can y'all hear that? We're in the kitchen. We're just having a grand old time, everybody. And I'm going on a date with change. That's what Scooby and I were talking about, that movie Half Baked, when the dude throws the the change from an homeless person in his cup. Dave Chappelle. One of the top funniest scenes I've ever seen in a movie. All right, because I'm not ashamed to. Oh, what am I doing here? This is for the cup. This is water, everybody. Here we go. Ooh. Glass sound. That was just a glass water bottle. A glass Evian water bottle. Alright. Couple more hits I think we needed to finish off that set. I don't think it's officially 100. Liquid bread is good. This is the first time other than at Pensick when I've had liquid bread on stream. I'm going to look into that PSI pad too. I took a screenshot of that so I remember. The highlight video that I made of today's live streams, actually from the earlier one, is actually pretty good. I was out in the rain, and I did one of those things where I recorded the actual chat. Those are good ones to have once in a while. It's nice to remember everybody when you're talking and stuff. Liquid bread. All right, let's hit it like 20 times. I bet we're at 100. I just didn't write it down. I might have been at 100 actually. Now that I think about it. What up, Allie? How's it going tonight? Fake short sword, by the way. Nothing real about it. Look. Hitting the dummy 1,000,000 times in a year or less. We're adding another one here. We're streaming for another hour and 10 minutes. Scooby or Salmon, are you guys streaming at all today? We are at... I hit myself in the wrong place there with the corner of the with the shield. Yo, OG. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. Yeah, let's do it. We'll still do it. I owe you one for that. We're inside. Anytime there's a heart me, I always try and do 100 strikes real quick. And we're doing a little bit more than 100 for you. What was I going to say? Yo, what's up, Monkey? Monkey is back. What's up? It's been a while. Playing Wait a second. I missed it. I asked about anybody streaming later. OG Toast. We'll put this celebration sticker up there for a minute. For a little bit. It just says OG Toe because it doesn't have enough room to type it all out. Thank you for that. Yo, yeah, definitely school, man. I remember my all right, yeah. If I'm around, I'm going to be sleeping probably from noon till 6. I'll wake up, go to work. If anyone's on after like 7, Probably about 8 p.m. tomorrow. I'm so hoping it's a chill night at work. Yeah, I didn't even talk about what happened. So this guy, working at the hospital, totally clueless. I forgot I was talking about this. So when you're there and you're asking somebody to see if they're like alert and oriented, you're like, like, well, how old are you? Like, so he was 61. 61. What year is it? He said 2040. Like, what? Not 2045, not 1945, not 1925, 2025. He said 1940. He said 2040. Like, so, like what? The dude kept trying to go into other people's rooms, and it took 3 of us till we finally called the police because they had to come up and give us a hand to put him in his chair. What's up, monkey? Yeah, that's my job. That's what we do. Ah, all right. Shit. So you're usually, I'm gonna be asleep during that time. If I can catch you though, Scoob, next time. I saw you were on earlier, but I was getting my daughter. We're getting to practice, and I was like about to start driving. Yeah. I should ask him. If we got flying cars. Dude's clueless, and he's able to walk around and do stuff, but he's totally out of his mind. And it's me and 2 other girls, just 3 of us working up there on the floor, and they're trying to keep him out of his room. I'm trying to get my work done, and I can't because this dude keeps going in other rooms. He's like, the whole time he's like, just give me my wallet, and my keys. I'll get out of here. Oh, I see what you're saying. Nice. Okay, so I'll be able to catch you tomorrow, I'm sure. And I'm like, we're like, your wife has them at home. He's like, no, she doesn't. He's like, they're right here. Let me go look. Goes in his room, looks, no wallet, no keys. He just saw for himself that he doesn't have his wallet, keys. He looks, he's like, let me just get my wallet and keys and I'll get out of here. Like, I just want to go home. Like, you can't go home. You're at the hospital. I'm not at the hospital. Well, where are you? I'm out in my truck. I'm in my truck. You're staying up in the hallway. That's how out of touch this guy was. And the whole night, he just kept going and looking at me because I'm sitting there on the computer, and every minute and a half, he's like, hey buddy, and I'll like look over. He's like, man, just let me get my wallet and my keys. I'll get out of here, and I'll just like, they're at home. I was like, your wife has them. He's like, no, she doesn't. I'm like, yeah. I was like, you're at the hospital. He's like, no, I'm not. Minute and a half goes by. Buddy, let me get my wallet. Like the whole night. Backside breeze. It's yeah. Oh, the gown. Yeah. That clueless. I hope he's there. It's just because they sat him right beside me, and the whole night he kept saying the same thing. Every minute and a half, he did not go to sleep, and I sat there, buddy, till the point where I just wouldn't look over. Buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy, help me out, hey buddy, like for the whole night. I was like, oh my god, it was the longest night on earth because of that. It's kind of funny though to think about. It's really sad though to think about too, because it's. Hopefully he gets better. He's not always like that. He's got like infection, and you know what I mean. When you're older, that can throw you for a loop. But I'm just like, man, the whole night I just heard, hey buddy, help me out, hey buddy. I'd be like, what do you need? Just get my wallet and my keys. I'll be out here. I was like, they're at home. They're not here. He's like, no, they're not. Imagine that for 10 hours, just sitting there listening to that. Man, that's how it went. I hope he got discharged. I hope he's better and got discharged. Right. Oh man, if I showed up in the armor, yeah, man, he'd have been thinking something with it. He'd been thinking. I bet he would have said 12. He probably would have said 1240 instead of 2040. That was so funny though when he said 2040. No, almost no one. I've been there and I've asked so many confused people what year it is. They'll say 1960. Freaking who's president? Calvin Coolidge or something. But no, this guy said 2040. And then you go, well, who's the president? He's like, huh, not somebody who should be in charge, that's for sure. And you're like, well, who is it? And he's just like, well, who's the president? He's like, man, he's like, that's just not somebody should be. So who, like, he would not say. I wish he would have said. It would have been so funny if he was from the future. Yo, Paul Snyder. Yeah, hey, Scooby, yeah, man, no obligation. It's good talking to you. Good hanging out. Just hitting the dummy a little bit today, Paul. If you just happen to come by, we're hitting it for a whole million. And I'm about halfway through this set to be at 1,800. Oh, that should have been it. All right, let's write that on there. Let me keeping track of everything. It's funny, actually, the live stream earlier today, we had someone come by that was just making fun of me, and I go along with it, I don't care. Making fun of me the whole time, whatever. It's all good. I think it was a good live stream. Ooh, that's loud. Get my water here. One second. Aha. Okay. Yeah, I was just checking something. All right. So when I unplugged that plug earlier, yo, oh sorry, Rando. I'm sorry, I stepped away for a second. If some new people could be here, let me tell you how I went to check on. So I have some other things plugged in over there. I was making sure everything turned on. I accidentally unplugged the router earlier, and it made the live stream lag. So I was outside, the usual live stream. Hit the dummy 100 times. The light burnt out. Super long story short that I've told a bunch of times. Moved onto the porch. That light burnt out. I didn't even get to hit the dummy yet. What are the odds of 2 lights burning out? Brought it inside. Tony, who was here earlier, was saying, man, he's like, it'd be nice to have a shorter sword. And I was like, I do. So I can't swing this way because this wall's too close. I don't want to mess up my wall. But we're gonna swing the sword a little bit here. So that's how we wound up inside in the kitchen, hitting the dummy. And when I went to take some of these decorations down up here so I wouldn't hit them, I pulled the plug because it was stuck in the chair thing here. And you know what happened? I unplugged the router. And I was just thinking, I had to make sure everything was still charging. I had my PlayStation thing charging in there. Looks like it's all turned on. And I got a couple batteries from other things charging. I was just taking a peek. Looks like we're good. All right, we're at 1,800. Did I write? I wrote that set down. I better have. Yeah. It was a horrible start. And thanks for sticking around, and everybody, thanks for all the gifts. A lot of people who donated are gone, but that's like I'm saying. I'll actually that will actually offset the light. That's something that actually helps the live stream. I should actually make a whole highlight video about that. How everyone was generous enough to pick up my spirits, and I will buy the light at Home Depot and show everybody how we did it. Next time I go, I'm working like 3 nights in a row though. Oh no, I'm off this weekend. What am I thinking? Yeah, we'll have to get one here soon. I guess I can kind of hit. I can hit it from the side if I'm over here. yeah. Let's get the little dagger out. The little short sword is what we're pretending we got. And everybody who's hanging out this time of night, much appreciated. We're still in the double digits for concurrent viewers, which is crazy. Actually, my follower, the people that come by who follow is up higher. It's been like 10, 11% for days, which has never happened. Usually it's people that just come by and they tune in because they randomly saw it. I don't know the busted duck stance. Another thing I'm going to have to look up here. Busted duck stance. My longsword stance is kind of odd. Busted duck, is that with a one-hander? So my general longsword stance is actually like this. I like when you said busted, that's what made me think of it. Because I usually come out like this. Because I just like lead with my head a little bit, but I stay ready to dodge if I have to, and I can kind of reach out farther from here, but I usually start out that way. Whoa, let's see. I will look that up. So for next time, I will know what a busted duck stance is. And the thing is, it's weird because I don't even recognize the term. Sometimes they're like, I've heard of it, but I don't even. Rests across the shoulders. Like, what is it before you throw a? So kind of like across them, like this. Well, with a bigger board, of course. Aha! Oh, thanks for hitting the number 2 gifter badge. What's up, Swole? Swole was here before, right? Aha! Busted duck stance, everybody. So if you're coming like this, you definitely got some options. The whole side. I mean, who knows where you're gonna swing? Up, down, wrap shot. I will try and find some footage of it to increase my knowledge about that stance too. That's actually 120. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I will definitely take a peek at it, see what else I can learn to further my knowledge on it. Busted duck. I'm surprised I haven't heard of it. Nice. Okay. It's like you can probably hit just like a what is it that do you know the longsword moves a Zornhow? It reminds me kind of a Zorn, like you'd throw one of those from it, but with a one hand. We are at 2,000 hits, everybody. 54 minutes to go. Today, we're on 7,000 hits for a day, which is great. I'm so far behind on a longsword thing. So 2,000, we're at 196,775. In 300 hits, we're going to be over 197,000, which would be great. Would be similar. Yeah, hey, if you're doing some exercise is usually a good idea as long as you're doing it in a safe manner and everything's all good with that. Good to get some exercise in, even at this time of the day. So yeah, I will definitely peek at that and figure out more about it. This dummy, by the way, I can't believe is still in one piece. As it has totally split down to here, I thought that it was going to be a lot worse off. It still has not, this part has not separated from this part, which I thought was doomed to happen. Yo, Misty again. Yeah, underneath here. So, See how this is kind of oh, it's not even plugged in. I better plug that in so we don't lose the live stream. The shirt's getting stuck under here, but see how it kind of split? There's a crack in each side shoulder that goes down to about here. And I thought it was going to keep going to the point where it actually separated in like a V, like a V-neck pattern, but it's still on there, surprisingly. I guess I'm still just hitting the same spots where it split. So it doesn't necessarily need to go further than that. Fit with physics, right? That's what we were talking about, Toast, earlier. It's all about the physics. I'm just hitting the same damaged spot. We are at 2,000 hits, which is insane. We're going to hit 120,000 hits at least before the end of the weekend. 200,000. I probably even have a big celebration about it this time. Sometimes I do. We'll see how it's going. Maybe I can have my daughter help me throw some kind of special party for 200,000. Yeah, you know what? I do Gorilla Tape it, but after a while the Gorilla Tape just kind of breaks too. Or it rolls up into a big ball on the shoulder or something. Crazy though, like this thing, and before we even started this thing probably has it could have close to 1 million hits on it already. Maybe not. I've had it for a while and I've hit it so many times over the years. It's just now I'm actually like televising it like almost every day. And the reason just so everybody knows, the reason I'm doing it on here too is because it's a softer target. If I did this on like my tire pile, my joints would be so sore, I bet. This is like a low impact kind of target. Do you know what I mean? Y'all ever see those, like the Tai Chi masters that the people come up and they go, ugh. The person just goes like this and they fall over and that kind of crazy stuff? I'm gonna start eating a whole can of green beans. Y'all want to see what my diet is this week coming up? Thanks for the like button. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. Hey, I just fight in armor. I haven't been in a fight outside of armor in so long. People will come by like, yeah, I bet you can't fight out. I bet you can't fight without the armor. I'd be like, I probably can't. I'd probably be stupid and think I can take a hit like I do in armor. You know, anyway. This whole week coming up. And I better plug this in. These beans, everybody, is the next can to go. It's like $10 for a huge can of beans like that. I almost never have anything bagged or canned. Those soups are about it. Just because my daughter likes some soup once in a while. I have a big thing about no cans or bags or containers, if possible. Let me plug this in actually here. Because we don't want the live stream to end because the battery ran out. And everybody's still tuned in. I appreciate it. All right. Another one. Another set. We're definitely gonna have 3,000 hits on here. I mean, they're not the craziest hits. Because we're in the kitchen with the dagger, but they're hits. Yeah, good job. All right, here we go. I mean, they're kind of like slices today. Slashes. Oh, I'm gonna have. I bet the highlight for this live gets restricted right away. It's gonna see this dagger. It's gonna be like, nope. Even if I say fake dagger, fake knife. If I even mention knife, yeah, Bob is gonna. And in the very end, I think I said the very last millionth hit is gonna be it's gonna be a sharp sword, and we're just gonna slash Bob till there's nothing left. I'm gonna try to cut down in layers, so I don't just like end it like too quick. We're gonna try and cleave off like sections. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be, and I'll start announcing it once we start. I mean, you might even know, but I'm gonna start announcing it when we get closer to 1 million. You know, like the Sharps live stream is coming up soon. That'll probably be a restricted stream. Okay. OG Toast is pretty knowledgeable with this stuff too. Tori, what's up? And Sneaky Squirrel, yeah. All right. So, just from my experience, which is kind of limited because I don't use these too often, but this is my dagger that I use when we would fight like with swords in HEMA, right? So, yeah, you think so? Well, so here's my issue. When I've had fights with daggers, I've never really used this in a dagger fight. Where we're just fighting like dual daggers. I really wish I would. I should get a dual dagger fight in one day. But I've found that if I'm holding it this way, say you're wrestling around with somebody, right? This is a great powerful move. There's not you can hit almost anywhere. Here, straight ahead, down like this. You could even kind of slice or something. I think this is a weaker slice. Like look how weak my arm is. This is just me compared to slicing like this way or this way. Slashing, worse. My opinion. Slashing, worse. Even up. Coming down, good. However, this is how I'm gonna say that the other grip is better than the ice pick grip. If I come like this and they move or I miss, oh geez, I'd be lucky if I don't stab my own self in the leg. So there's even a risk to myself maybe. What if they move and I go like this? Oh, ow. Speed, range, and some I bet. And then OG say it also becomes a distraction to opponent as it moves in an uncanny True, yeah. And if you're okay, let's think of some other things. All right, just to finish my opinion before we start talking about stuff Toast is talking about. All right, awesome. I win. You can come straight down. Okay, great. But if I miss, it looks like I could even accidentally stab myself. But the other thing too, if we're wrestling around, and now if I'm totally missed, and now my arm is down here, and I'm wrestling, like I can't do anything with it. I have to like free my arm, and I can't even get behind him and do this. It's almost pointless. I feel for me, if I'm wrestling and my arm gets pinned here, I'm stuck. Compared to if I'm holding it this way, where I can even just drag my hand down, and that would cut. I could definitely. This is a slash. It super forceful. Not at all. Slash. But I feel like I have more movement like this, where even if I have my arm pinned, I can slide it out like this. If I miss, I'm not gonna stab myself in my own leg. Does that make sense? That's my opinion on it. But let's talk. OG was talking about blocking it. So if you're blocking it, reverse grip, totally usable with daggers and tight quarters. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys would know about it more than me. What's up again, Wolf? Like, okay. I take y'all word for it. This is just my opinion. I have limited fighting experience with them. I've only had a few fights where we're actually doing dagger fights, because I do the boo hurt stuff, and it was at a HEMA class where we actually were playing around with daggers too. And every time I got close, I pulled it out this way so I could go like this. There's a pretty good video on YouTube. It's so old, but it's like a dagger versus a martial arts guy like defense thing, and it goes through like 20 scenarios, like where it's going to show the guy what he's going to do, and the martial art guy try and defend it, and he loses almost every time. I want to go through it now and watch to see how many times he's holding it this way versus this way, and how he defended it. Like Toast was saying, this would be hard to defend. If you block this, it's still aiming at you. You gotta really block far ahead. If it's coming at your face, if you don't block it out here, you can't block it here. You're still gonna get stuck. Plus the force of them coming down, like it's still hitting me. Yeah, maybe you guys got a point. Maybe it is better that way. Yeah, I usually drag it. I usually have it here, so I can pull out here. On the back, I bet you're probably right. The back is probably a lot better. It's totally unimpeded from back here compared to over here where I gotta. Yeah, that's actually kind of stupid, maybe for me, because if I'm in a bind and I go to grab it and I'm already this close, I'm already pulling it out. Like I could already be jammed. The right side would be better. You're right, because it's right here. Haha! Teaching me stuff. Like I was saying in the beginning, it's just my opinion from my experience. You guys seem to know more than me. I love getting off work early. I never do because I can't. Because the next we're stuck there till the next shift. Back. All right. I'll keep that in mind. Because actually, usually when I'm drawing it too, I'm already like, I've never, like I said, I've only had a couple good dagger fights where we use them, but I did always have it over here so I could pull it out like that. I just felt awkward pulling it out from over here. But if I'm grabbing it this way, then let's think about it on the ground. Yeah, you guys, I bet you're right. On the ground, if you're on top of somebody in a mount, you're gonna want it this way. Yeah, I think you guys win. You convinced me. Left hand draw. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. Oh, nice, Wolf. See, we got such a good chat here, everybody. That's a good thing, you know. When someone asks something, we got people that know what they're talking about. I will always disagree with everybody on footwork, though. I don't, like, for boo hurt. You don't need footwork in boo hurt. Because boo hurt, this is boo hurt. But yeah, I will die on that with that argument that in boo hurt I don't need to worry about footwork. I do shift my weight. Like you see me out here. I even posted a video about it, like for my longsword fights from Saturday. Yo, Salmon, what up? Cheers, Salmon. Pump shoes. Okay. Boy, I got a lot of screenshots tonight. Screenshots are what I do when I'm... Cheers, Salmon. I take screenshots of things so I don't forget. I will check that out when I'm at work tomorrow when it gets slow. We were just debating, Salmon, or not really debating, talking about which grip is better. I think y'all convinced me that this is a lot more useful than I thought. And if you're on the ground, say I'm on the ground. I'm in a mount position. So much better doing this than trying to go like this. Even if you come up, you can use two hands. Well, crap, yeah. Wiley, what up? I better hit this. I don't remember if we were totally at 100 when I left off. So let's hit this a couple times while we're talking. Try turning your elbow outward, pointing the tip to the target. Like this. Aha. the lights go on in my head here. We're gonna count all these too. We're probably at 100. I think I left off at about 100. Yeah. Okay. Okay. The lights turned on upstairs. Mm-hmm. You know what? I don't know. Do y'all make any videos like about daggers? Like, I'm clueless about them. I mean, I'm just saying I'd watch some of your stuff too. Instead of just like the sellsword things. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is. So the reason I'm using it tonight, I don't remember if you were here earlier. So I was outside. The lights burn out. I hit the dummy 100 times. I got my little board here. It was just me and Tony. Tony's the first one to show up. We're talking. I'm like, yeah, all right, we got 100 hits. The light goes out. It burned out. Drag the dummy up on the porch. Get everything set up. Get ready to hit it. The light burns out. Get ready to hit. I was like, oh my god. I was like, what are the odds? Bring it inside. And I had it sitting over here first where it was a little more crowded. I'm in the kitchen. And I was like going like this, we got a couple sets in, and Tony's like, man, I wish we had a shorter sword. I was like, you know what? I was like, we do. So I'm using this as a sword tonight. Just because I don't have the room. Thank you. Oh, Periscone again. What's up? Hey, thanks for coming by again. Appreciate it. Thanks for the like. Yeah, actually, and Wolf Toast was saying that earlier. He was telling me about use it like the left hand and the offhand. Yeah, yeah. I totally see what you guys are saying. I'm so glad we brought out the dagger today because I'm learning stuff. So as you can see, I'm kind of using it in places of my sword because I can't really come out this way with this wall here. I don't have room to just put this anywhere else right now. And the reason I dragged this all the way inside the house into the carpet is because it rained all day and the bottom's like completely muddy. So I have it sitting in here on an old couch cushion. Yeah, and I hope you get that job. I was just talking last night how interviewing these days must be so hard. Just to even get to the interview, I bet everything's digital, resumes. And I bet AI just looks for code words like you're going for an engineering job. I bet it just looks for all these kind of trade savvy words. Yes, Bob is so unstable. That's why I'm not totally wrecking Bob. Edge alignment with this thing. I'm holding it this way, imagining there's an eye slot there. This way would be like for... Yeah, yeah. Let's see if this works.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
So what I mean by edge alignment, if you're using that as like a sword analog, the two edges that make up the blade, if
Yeah.
you have a oval grip,
Oh,
it
like,
helps. Yeah, it's a round grip, so it's harder to tell. but it helps determine where your edge is. Because even if you're hitting your target, if your edge isn't lined up, you're not going to make a very good cut.
Right.
So if you're using that as a sword analog, I'm saying it'd be a good time to practice, watching the blade, where you're landing, and to work on your recovery. So once you make the attack, how are you going to come in for a second attack?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, every once in a while I was taking a peek at it, but
So if you're slashing downward, follow it all the way through using your chain of the body. So you want to like turn into it. Yep. Yep. Just follow it through. Otherwise, your attack will stop dead and you're going to have no recovery.
gotcha. All right.
But if you're working on reverse grip, if you hold it and you keep it tight to yourself, and if you bring it close to you, keep it tight. Now,
Yeah.
if they come in to attack you, you already have it ready for a quick jab, or you can reach around the side and stab them in the ribs. Yeah, there's so many options that you can do, especially with a rondelle, which has no edge.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
But yeah, like I said, those things are usually paired with like a small sword or a rapier or something.
Yeah.
And they're mostly used as parrying devices.
Okay. This same way.
No, so when you parry it, you would hold it, yep, in forward grip, and you would use that to parry the blow and then come in with your main weapon. Yep, just like that.
Yeah. All right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, totally helpful.
So, other than that, I mean, it's just a matter of, repetition. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to break this thing out more often to do that.
Are you studying a particular style of fencing?
Um. So I do like the armored fighting, like the Buhurt stuff, where a lot of it is just kind of stuff like this. Like this is a hit for where they don't look at it has to be like on edge, but they don't look at anything crazy other than if you hit them with it. It could be you could even just do this as long as it's hard enough. They don't care. So we don't have any stabbing or anything in it. So
Yeah, you don't half sword, you don't Mordschlag.
no, they don't let us.
That's
Yeah.
so sad.
No, we used to have sword. My
Uh,
favorite.
I'm a, I'm a very big fan of Mordschlag because it is so effective and people underutilize it.
What's up, seamstress? Oh yeah, like if back when we used to be able to have sword, my like with long swords, my favorite thing was always to because we're not even really allowed to point at them with a tip, or you can get a yellow card for it.
Right.
So I would usually try and get, and I used to always try and bait the first swing so I could get like over them and trap their sword, and as long as it's blade on, I would just like hockey check them like that. Or the other thing I used
And
to like
that
was half sorting is being able to like if I was like spun around this way, it's just like into the chest because no one ever hits people in the chest, at least in Booher with the half sword.
yeah. The how you were using half sorting to trap the sword, that's actually quite effective. And if you grip it, if you can lock their blade in with your pommel,
Yeah.
it can be devastating because then you can just come back up with the hilt and smack them in the face, cut the throat.
Uh huh. Yeah, I think they got away with it because even when you have the shorter cross guards, sometimes because our eye slots are sometimes like wide open. I think they're just concerned people are going to get poked in the eye or something.
Are you wearing full body plate or
Yeah.
okay?
Or I should say it's all plate, but I have a brigandine.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, if we could, it would be so much more fun. One day I'm gonna get into the other cool stuff. Oh wait, Well, yeah, like Seamstress is saying. I mean, a lot of people do use technique, but you do have there are a lot of limitations since we can't stab. So it's a
Well,
lot of it is kind of like a whacking game, but like Seamstress is saying, you can be a lot more technical and do a lot of cool stuff, but it's not like it's not as historically we don't have we're restricted in a lot of the things that we can do.
well, I can only speak as a longsword Hema fencer. So, like, if you're using your sword, you can generate a lot of power with very little force that you have to exert just by using the chain of the body and cutting through. Imagine your sword is going to go right through it like a lightsaber,
Yeah,
right? So just follow it through, turn your hips into it, and let your body generate that force. Then you don't have to hit as hard, but it'd still deal a lot of force.
I got you. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Usually, my hip rotation, I kind of turn into it like hip wise. I guess it's kind of hard to do. But
I mean, if you're in your style, if all they care about is hearing that thud, then I mean, I don't claim to know much about that style, but I mean, go nuts.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it. There's stuff that translates, like like what a shield how is.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I use those a lot. Things like that. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff you can't do.
yeah. Shielhow, Zorhow, like those, I overuse those myself, and so
Yeah,
it because it people I've seen a lot of people go, oh, that's not very powerful. Yeah, that would actually mess you up.
yeah, right. I
Swords are lethal.
yeah. I often like try and attack like people's. If someone's holding a sword out, I love it because I love trying to just attack the sword first to get a to get it out of the way, out of the center. Because people don't expect it. People sit there like this, and and boo hurt. And then if you whack that sword down out of the center to come up and hit them like in the head or something, it's great.
One of the things I would like to see, and I've done it once or twice, is someone would come in with a overhead strike. I
Yeah.
would drop into a hanging guard and then pommel strike.
So you'd pommel strike from coming up.
No, so if they're striking down, I would drop into a hanging guard,
Uh,
which is holding the sword up, blade tilted down over your arm. If that makes sense.
not like this.
So raise your arms. Now point the tip down. That's hanging guard.
Okay.
So I would block with that and then strike with the pommel.
Ah, right. Okay. Blocking that way.
Bingo.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, they got rid of pommel strikes too. That's what sucks.
Oh, they're getting rid of all the fun things.
Yeah, but yeah, that's awesome right there. I still have a habit though when we were allowed to pommel strike of grabbing it back here. It's just so much better than for me. I think more comfortable than up here.
I mean, you'd have more control, but you're losing the power. That's the issue.
Yeah, I gotcha. I still like it because I like it because it's a time limit. You have 60 seconds, or like in the other kind of fights, you have a 2 minute round to like outscore them instead of like to hit and to win.
Yeah, that's where I would say snap cuts would be your friend because it's quick, it's effective, hard to really defend against.
Yeah, yeah. OG power versus control. What's up, Marnie? What's up, Christopher? Yeah, I definitely think that would be awesome. I wish we could still do the pummel strikes. I wish we did that. But so a lot of the boo hurt stuff, they just look and make sure you're not going like this. You're at least bringing the sword back enough, and that you're hitting hard enough.
Right, but that actually leads me into what you could use the rondelle dagger if you're dual wielding.
Yeah.
So if they trap your main blade, that's when you would, with your offhand, draw your rondelle in reverse grip and then come into the side. So if they have your blade trap, bingo, yeah. Because it's much faster to draw your offhand than it is to recover it once they've trapped your blade. If that makes sense.
Yeah, true. And then if you can even pull it out, you gotta go this far compared to this far.
Yeah. So it's so much quicker and more efficient to just draw your offhand in a flash than it is to recover. And so it's all about tempo. For you to use one weapon that's trapped, you have to have two tempos to their one. So you have to do double the work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not an instructor, so I'm sorry if I'm explaining this poorly.
No, I understand what you're saying. It's definitely quick draw. Well, yeah. And
Oh yeah, especially if you get them between the ribs, that's going to be a fight ender right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah, so most of the stuff though hitting this dummy is just hitting it trying to hit it a million times in a year or less. So a lot of it is kind of just like whack whack.
When I fought in the SCA, one of the training routines we had to do was we took a sharp sword, and gave us a pillar of 2x4, and we had to chop that thing away for hours on end.
Did it mess up the swords at all?
Now, if it's properly heat treated and tempered.
Okay.
I mean, if you have a cheap sword, yeah, you're gonna roll the edge. You're gonna probably chip it. And...
Yeah.
Oh, did I? Me too. What? Did I miss something?
What's that? Oh.
OG Toast says you too, Coda. I'm like, did I miss something?
No. Well-made sword can very nicely make a toothpick. Yeah, I got you. We're using your own sharp swords for that?
Yeah, I was actually. I'm fortunate enough to have a friend who taught me how to forge a basic sword, and I used that. And sure enough, I did break it.
No.
Oh yeah, I fought in the SCA. Yeah.
When I find SCA, I've been trying to get I got aught for spear. I kind of switched over to spear lately. I like the SCA too because you can poke and stab.
Yeah, when I fought the SCA, I actually used a bastard sword.
Okay.
That I actually inherited from my father when he fought in the SCA, and oh my God, even wearing full plate armor, just because it's a rattan weapon, it's still gonna hurt.
Yeah, right. Oh, I stopped it. I was gonna try and do a software update in the middle of the stream. The Android update.
Yeah, it's been 4 years. Yeah, spear is really fun. It literally put pointy end into other guy. You win.
Yeah, right. What's up, Salmon? Thanks for the like, Salmon. The hardest thing I think I ever got hit with is a spear too. Out of anything, a good spear shot to the chest.
My worst injury was a Mordschlag hit to my helmet.
Okay.
Oh, that rattled me good.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Was it from the side? They caught the side.
Oh yeah, he caught me on the left side of my head. I didn't even see it coming because I was ready for him to come in for a downward strike, and he, grabbed the blade and he just smacked me on the dome with it. And my ears were ringing, my brain went fuzzy, and I was just like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I bet. It's
I actually
crazy.
had one. I had one dude jump into my comments one day going, "Oh, that doesn't seem bad. I could take that." I'm like, "No, you couldn't. You're not that guy."
Yeah, right. A two chucks rang your bell with the helmet of inspiration. Oh, and a sugar loaf. Yeah, I like the look of sugar loaves, but my giant helmet brings a good bit. Getting hit over and over with this, in the helmet with those with all like he hit flat dead on. Oh yeah, yeah. My helmet definitely rings when I get hit.
So, do you? What kind of helmet do you wear? Do you wear a brain bucket, or are you wearing a more European?
So I have a one. So I got two different kinds of. I can probably just show it. I have Let's see. This one here is for I got to turn the light on. This is like for whenever I'm doing the team stuff, like the melee, like the 5-on-5s and things. Like it's I don't have the whole armor sitting on here, but
Oh, okay.
it's an open face. You know what I mean? So this is just there because it should be like an open face. And then the other one I use like for dueling's a nasal. I'm looking to see what the I don't know where the hamster's at. But yeah, that's what I use. It's like a Mongolian themed armor.
Yeah,
It's
the
got a
thing
good
that's what I like about Mongolian armor is it provides really good protection and it's actually not too heavy.
Oh yeah, for sure. It sucks sometimes if you get hit with with some of that lighter armor. But still, yeah. The good thing about that is it has a lot of padding in it. Compared to my nasal helmet, that one has a lot of padding.
Yeah, like for me personally, watching how you're striking, I personally do not like bucklers. Not saying they're not effective, but when I use a shield, I like it to be a little bit more protective. So I'll use a kite shield if I have one or a tower shield.
All right.
I just do not trust bucklers.
Yeah. I kind of prefer. Well, for these, I like a buckler a little bit better than like the larger shields because a lot of it too because if I'm like grappling, I feel like it's easier to manipulate to get up under somebody's arm or something like that. Like,
Well,
for instance, center grip. A lot of people get the bucklers that strap on your arm, but I
well,
try.
like my shield, I have a Viking style round shield, so it's about 4 feet in diameter, and it is center grip, like a buckler is. But the reason I like it so much is because I do love a good shield bash.
Oh yeah, for sure. Plus, yeah, I don't know, Sam. Yeah, like the one thing I liked with the Viking style is it is yeah. It's like I agree with that. I love round shields myself, but yeah, for most of the stuff I do, I'm usually it's just give me something to punch with, and a lot of times I'm not worried about if I'm getting hit down here as long as I'm punching somebody in the face at the same time.
Oh yeah, I've seen a well placed buckler punch to the face really mess someone's day up. So like that's totally effective.
Yeah, it, and at least if I'm throwing more than once with my sword, I usually try at least guard my head, or the other way.
I mean, yeah.
But a lot of the boo hurt stuff's just like hit people, bonk people, because you can't stab. So it's just like who can bonk each other the hardest with a sword.
I put a vote into motion with how many rules and fun things they're restricting. Let's change the name from Boo Hurt to Butt Hurt.
But I still like the physical aspect of it. I just like to be able to fight for a time limit.
Oh yeah.
Wackus bonkus.
Thank you for unlocking a memory for me.
Huh. And like Sam's just saying, put your put the shield where your mouth is. As long as you don't hit him in the neck, because we're not allowed to do that.
We don't do that anymore.
Yeah. So yeah, basically I usually roll with the sword and a buckler, and it's whack, punch, block once in a while.
Now, are you allowed to do feints?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I uploaded I had a highlight video from my longsword fights. I had a really good feint, but I don't remember if I included it or not. I don't think I did.
Oh, I think Salmon wants to see how you and I do in a match.
Oh, whoa! Featherfall again. Featherfall helped me pay to replace my lights in my house tonight. Feather, thank you. My stupid light burned out outside, and then the neon, whatever you call them, the the light outside on the porch went out. I can't believe they both burn out in the same minute. We should do that sometime. Everybody, we should have a big TikTok tournament. Like all the different styles. I think it'd be great.
So I like that idea, but like my issue with some of it is like because different styles, different fencing techniques have different rule sets, you would have to agree upon what set of rules we're going to do, what is allowed, what's not, and kind of mix and match.
Oh no, or I should say SC, like people that fight Boo Hurt do the SCA, like I mean, you know what I mean, or do HEMA, like you play by you'd have a HEMA match, you know, like how they had the Mayweather, or I don't know, the boxer guys and the UFC guy that fought, like where they would, you know, if it's like if it's a HEMA fight, you do the HEMA rule, or you know, so there's no you don't have to negotiate.
Moss, you are down. I am so down for that.
We should do that.
Because I'm saying take Olympic sport style fencing like epee, saber, foil. Those have different rules and things that you can do apart from HEMA fencing.
Yeah.
Please fight Moss. Yeah, come to Michigan. I will spar with you.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so cool. The TikTok challenges. Oh, Italian or German style.
Oh, German.
Good. Yeah. Anything I learned was all German.
I tried to understand Italian style, but I never got the hang of it, so I just stuck with German style.
I have I have a whole Lichtenauer file on my phone for whenever I'm on an airplane or something and I can't use the internet. So yeah, I should have known what you're talking about with the hanging guard because I remember it now from the manual.
Yeah, if properly utilized, hanging guard is really effective. But one thing I see a lot of people is they don't know when to properly use it.
Yeah. So I use a lot of hanging guards when I'm moving. Perfect example. So if I'm because I try and move around a lot. if this is a longsword, and you're hitting. If I'm gonna if I'm moving over in another direction, I almost always like kind of have a hanging guard on this side. So when I am stepping over, if they do swing, at least I'm usually kind of protected.
Yeah, and that would be a perfect time to implement that. But I see people like drop into hanging guard and wait for an attack, and I'm like, first off, you should never wait for an attack.
Yeah, right, right. Ooh, we got people gonna pay for the gas money for the Moss and Coda duel. Hey, who's and Yins? If anybody doesn't know, Yins is the Pittsburgh slang for you. Yeah. Hey, OG Toast, and actually it's about two. So at 2 o'clock, I'm about 2 o'clock. I'm gonna get off. But good
Well,
luck.
I will leave you to it then. I will. It was great talking with you, and hopefully some of my tips helped. Again, I'm not an instructor, but
Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely helped me out with that dagger for sure. I'm glad I broke it out tonight, or never probably would even come up.
I'm a strong believer in like if I see someone struggling or not fully understanding it, if my advice is wanted, I will give it. But
Yeah, yeah. I was totally this kind of guy. Now I'm a this kind of guy.
well, there's nothing wrong with having it in forward grip either.
Hmm.
Um, but in my experience, most daggers are used in reverse grip because it's a close quarters weapon, and you don't have an excessive long blade to hinder your movement.
Yeah, well, I totally get it now. I mean, there's a use for each way, but I see a lot more use. Now, I used to think this there wasn't as many things you could do with this, but now I get it.
Yeah, and like I said, depending on the dagger, sometimes they will have an edge. So even in reverse grip, you can still come up with a slash.
Yeah, I could see that. Moss, tell you what, I'll use the dagger for you. What's up, Charlene? If Charlene's there. Well, yeah, we're at we're at 22,600 hits. We're over 197,000 hits on dummy. Oh, OG, they're waiting for you in another live. Uh-oh, but OG, yeah, get OG, you better get to that. Don't mess up the interview. OG's got an interview tomorrow. Well, tell me what. Let me. Yeah, I don't know. It's about two. I gotta get to bed too. I'm gonna get a total
Yep.
here.
Yeah, I'll drop you a follow, and good luck with all your training.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'll give you a follow back there too. See if I can even do it while we're talking. I can. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Anytime.
All right.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. And here's the totals, everybody, where we're at today. So we got another like 2006. It's an even number. I hate having an even number. Sometimes I like to do like an extra 37 or something. And tomorrow, salmon. Thanks for everybody who tuned in. And for the gifts night was freaking crazy. Moss came back, Feather with paying for my lights tonight. Like Salmon, everybody who's still. Let me just do a shout out for who's still here. Yeah, Featherfault, Moss, Salmon, Seamstress, Talon, still here, man. Paul and Coda. Like Talon, like I messed up. I was saying yesterday, I'm gonna wake up at 9. Yeah, what is that thing? What was that? That was a hey, boo the hurt and boo the hurt, man. All right, tell you what, Boo the Hurt just got here. Let's get another 100. Let's get another 100 hits on here, and then it'll be 2 o'clock. Where's the buckler? Where's the buckler? There it is. All right. So, Boo the Hurt, you're awesome too. All right, here we go. A nice what? I just see that number keep going up. What? Boo the Hurt. And I'm going to go cut my hair right after this. Then I'm going to bed. My daughter has been telling me, I've never seen you with hair. So there you go. And you know what she said? Because I showed her today. I was like, is this long enough? Because I want to cut this. And she's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, go ahead. And she's like, I thought there'd be more up here. I was like, no. I was like, that's why I shave my head all the time. No. Yep. No dents in the dome. All right. Boo the hurt. Super duper congratulations. Thanks for that. All right. This set will put us at 2,700, which is basically a day off in the future. I'm actually catching up. All right, so here we go. Whoop, almost dropped it. That's from those adult drinks we had tonight. I don't even know what we're on, what number we're on. Whoops, looking at chat, missing the dummy. That's got to be about 100, right, everybody? That is a super duper set. Boo the hurt coming in the last moment to make me do a little work. Oh man, I hate saying good night, but here, let me get the totals before we go. Coda, if you're still there, good talk. Oh. One, two. That's almost perfect. We need a little over 2,800 a day. Yes, Coda, awesome. I will be on tomorrow and some armor. Hopefully around 9 a.m. No, 9 a.m. I gotta go to the bank. 10 a.m. 10 a.m. with some armor. All right, everybody. And the highlight from today will be on tomorrow. And when I make the highlight video, Coda, I'll put you in as the special guest in the credit section. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good day tomorrow. We'll catch y'all later. Thanks again, everybody, like for the gifts and stuff, and everyone who just put in some watch time. Much appreciated. We're gonna hit 200,000 soon, and hopefully we'll see all y'all again soon.